Today, we're going to be taking a look at Apple. They've had some new product announcements, and we'll take a look at what is going on with the stock outlook. So, it is February 19th, and they had us waiting for today for the Apple product launch. And one of the main things that they debuted is the iPhone 16e for $599. We've been seeing lots of headlines about this. Apple has announced this lower price iPhone model, and this is a strategic move in order to capture those price conscious customers who cannot afford to just step up to the 16 Pro. This iPhone features Apple Intelligence, bringing AI driven enhancements. It includes Apple's first modem, and it is an affordable alternative while retaining many of Apple's core ecosystem benefits. Their focus is to try to drive more higher unit sales, particularly in certain markets, in order to strengthen Apple's long term growth. Apple's C1 modem. So they're moving away from Qualcomm, starting with this iPhone 16e. They're going to be integrating the key components for better efficiency, longer battery life, adding in the latest AI features. They've tested this with 180 different carriers across over 50 different countries, as we can see in this article here. This move will allow the company to have less reliance on chips from Qualcomm that also powers its Android rivals. They have a custom designed modem chip. This is a great enhancement, and this was not easy to accomplish because the modem chips are hard to make because they have to be compatible with hundreds of different carriers in different countries. But as I mentioned already, that's why Apple has put in the work to incorporate the chip as well as test it throughout the carriers and different countries. When it comes to Apple's products, they're making affordability a priority, expanding its budget lineup across multiple different categories. We should be seeing more affordable versions of the iPad, MacBook, AirPods, Watch, all of their products. And this move indicates Apple's recognition that premium pricing is limiting their market share. By offering lower cost products, it's going to allow Apple to tap into new consumer segments while keeping with their strong ecosystem that they have with the people that are fans of their product. So the stock price is currently $244.87, up 0.16% today. Over the last week, up 5%, and over the last year, up 34.87%. Apple is making moves, transitioning to those in-house chips, reducing their reliance on third-party suppliers in order to increase their profit margins, and of course, integrating those AI features that everyone is looking for. So Apple's ecosystem, including iCloud and the App Store and Apple Music, continues to see revenue growth, which helps out when there is fluctuations when it comes to sales. Apple's aggressive share repurchase strategy reduces supply, pushing up share value over time. Some challenges that they are facing is that slower growth when it comes to iPhone sales. Apple faces legal issues regarding the App Store policy, and all big companies always have lots of legal disputes going on. And they're also facing some global trade restrictions. But by incorporating lower cost products, they are trying to make sure to drive sales, even though we are dealing with an economic downturn, inflation, and people cutting back on this extra spending, which of course is impacting Apple's revenue. So for me, Apple is remaining a long-term investment, but I have to be ready for short-term fluctuations. It's nice to see that Apple is holding over the 240 mark, which it had not been doing over the last few weeks since early January. Even though over 50% of Apple's revenue comes from iPhone sales, they're making sure to diversify through their services. They're incorporating these AI capabilities into the iPhone to make sure to compete with Samsung and Google devices. The stock price has continued to grow over the last 5 years, driven by that strong demand and effective marketing strategies. They're striving to improve their supply chain by reducing their reliance on China and shifting to other areas like India and Vietnam. The Apple Watch is the top selling smartwatch, and they are increasing the features in order to keep themselves in that position as the top seller. But I'm glad to see that they are making more affordable choices for us because they see that people are holding their iPhones longer and not rushing to upgrade. So overall, Apple is making significant moves to be affordable, keep up with the AI advancements, give the shareholders value. They're facing the challenges and making strides to innovate and maintain strong market position, which I think they will always have because they have that strong brand loyalty of the consumers that are connected to the entire ecosystem. And I am one of them with the iPad and the Apple Watch and the iPhone and the Mac Mini, where I edit my videos. Next time around, we will see how these changes impact the future earnings when it comes to Apple, the AI push, as well as the budget friendly products that they are putting out there. So, when it comes to my investment into Apple, I'm currently up 59%. I have an average cost of 153.63, and it's one of my very first investments that I made outside of my 401k when I started creating additional accounts for early retirement or whatever I decide to use these investments for. So I started investing in early 2020. And that was a little bit before their last stock split in the summer of 2020. So when I first started investing, it was 227 per share. And then when I picked up investing again, it was about 135 per share versus today's price of 244.87. So investing takes time and patience. But when it comes to investing, I don't let the stock price or anything else limit me. I just stay consistent with whatever amount that I have and I build up my investments. Because today we have accessibility to these different brokerages, we're not burdened by fees, and we have the ability to buy fractional shares. So we can build up our portfolio no matter what our budget is. I currently have 58.53 shares in my portfolio, and I'm sure if I look through, there are many investments that are just $5. But in time, it builds up. So thanks for watching. Let's continue to stay informed, invested, and keep our eye on what's going on with Apple's new strategies. Okay, bye.